Hello everyone, Metablriger has made an update and has arrived in version 2.5 version, adding the function of baking facial animation so that facial animation can be rendered in Blender. The animation effect we are currently seeing is rendered by Blender cycles on the left, and the right is a live performance. Facial capture uses the video facial capture function of UE 5.6. Let's enter the tutorial below to demonstrate how to achieve the current effect. First, open one of our Blender projects. Enter Metablriger in the plugin interface. You can see that the current version is 2.4.0. Then we can see the location of the plugin at the same time. We browse to the plugin location. Then delete the Metablriger folder. We reopen Blender. Then install our version 2.5 version. We found a version 2.5 version. Zip installation package. Here is a legacy version and a version 2.5 version. Version 2.5 version is extension, we just install it. The legacy version is the form of the previous add-ons. After Blender 4.2, try to use extension as much as possible. After installing Metablriger, you can see the Bake Facial Animation button at the bottom. Open the project for our previous Metablriger demo. We continue to demonstrate based on this project. How to use the Bake Facial Animation feature. Since we are newly opened, so we need to reinitialize the DNA. After initializing the DNA, enter pose mode. Click Run Rig Logic. At this time, we will drag the controller panel. You can see that the facial animation is moving. Since Rig Logic runs in real time, so we can't render animations under cycles before. Let's demonstrate why it cannot be rendered. We switch the renderer to cycles. Come to rendering mode. We'll see the sample there. It's been increasing. But if we click Run Rig Logic at this time, we will find that our plugin will be interrupted continuously. Sampling of cycles renderer. So to solve this problem, need to bake the facial controller animation into facial skeleton animation. This way you can render with cycles. Bake animation. We need to solve a facial video animation first. We open the empty Unreal project. Make sure MetaHuman related plugins are enabled. Then we create a new one. Metahuman character creator file. Then open it. The purpose of creating this file is to add a standard MetaHuman skeleton and operating environment to our project. So we directly select ADA and create binding. Since creating bindings is slow here, the video has accelerated a certain amount of time. After creating the binding, download the literature. 2K texture is selected here. After downloading, we will assemble it into the project. Good. We imported a standard metahuman in the project. There is a body and face skeleton inside. Since we will use the body skeleton later, so we specially show the body skeleton here. What is the skeleton it uses? And where is the original DNA it uses? Okay, let's start to solve the video. Let's create a folder called Video Capture. We are here to Capture Manager. Then select Go to LiveLink Hub. Select Capture Manager. Then click Add Device to select Mono Video. Then select our video storage path intake directory. Here I want to explain that this video is a vertical video with an aspect ratio of 9:16. We can come to this folder and let's take a look at the video attribute information. According to my tests, only this kind of vertical video. It can be correctly imported into the engine. Then, facial capture can be solved. Okay, we will import our videos later. We can use this video to capture the face. We create a new metahuman performance file. We do face capture calculation in this file. Type selection video of input. Then select the video we just imported. Visual grid selection. Metahuman's facial mesh we just imported. Just select No here. Set head movement mode to control rig. Then click Process. The solution process is fast. Let's preview the solution effect.
And I will always love you.
No problem, click to save. Then click Export Level Sequence. Need a reminder here. We want to export level sequence. Here is a blueprint from our metahuman. Then click Create. We open the level sequence we just exported. Check out the effect.
And I will always love you.
There is no problem overall. Then we animate the controller of the body. Bake onto our body bones. Let's create a new file. Used to put our body animations. Note that the frame rate here is 30. Let's check out the body animation we just exported. It is a curve line animation shown here. Doesn't matter. When we export it to FBX later, it will be automatically baked into a skeleton animation. We can confirm that the animation of his body here is correct. You can display the skeleton to view the movement of the bones. All bone movements are correct. Next, export the face controller animation. Close and save our project. Find the plugin for exporting the face controller. Put it in the plugins folder. Copy. Paste. Then restart the project. At this time, the menu bar has a button to export the face controller animation plugin. Select the file level sequence. Then click the button. At this time, the plugin will automatically help us save the face controller animation in level sequence to the saved folder. Browse its file structure. It is the name of each controller. Then the value of each time frame. Later we will use Blender to import this JSON animation. Back to Blender. Model the body. A child object that becomes a body armature. We'll export the body skeleton next. Then redirect the body animation in the UE engine to the skeleton. Then redirect the skeleton animation into Blender. We chose the body model and the skeleton. Then export FBX. Back to the engine. Import the just exported body skeleton. We can browse the settings here. We don't need to import materials. No need to import maps. We just need to put skeleton here. Set as metahuman skeleton. We don't need to import animations either. We changed it to metahuman skeleton. Unstructure and import materials. Import maps. Then click Import. At this time the body skeleton is introduced. We redirected the previous body animation to the skeleton we just imported into. Because the body skeletons of different people are different. So if you want to reuse the animation, it requires a redirect. Here we use UD5.6. Animation redirection function. Select the animation we want to export. Then click Export Animations. For us, focus on animation. Add a prefix. Click Export. Click Export. Let browse. Focused skeleton animation. There is no problem either. We export it to FBX. After exporting FBX, we'll see. There is a FBX file inside our saved folder, and the JSON file we exported earlier. The two files need to be imported in Blender later. We selected the armature of the GUI. Then enter pose mode. We set the frame rate to 30. Then find the JSON file we just exported. Click Import. Click Run Logic. Browse the imported animations. Need to explain here. There is one in our eyes closed. There is a reason I have not closed. Because in the previous tutorial, our right eye has been repaired. The left eye has not been repaired. We found that the animation has been successfully imported. Then we click Bake Visual Animation. At this time, the plugin will automatically bake the controller animation into the face skeleton animation. The baking speed is actually a bit slow. Here I made a 10x fast-forward video. After baking, even if Recologic is stopped, facial animations still exist. After baking here, we pause Recologic. Moving timeline face animation also exists. We found that there were some teeth problems here. Let's move the teeth back. Let's solve this problem of mold wear. Next we move along the timeline. There is no problem with mold wear. Switch to rendering mode. It's still normal to render animations. At this time, we start importing body animation. We import FBX. Import the FBX we exported from the engine before. Click Import. After importing, we did not find our skeleton. We'll go back to the engine. Re-export our FBX once. Here we check the preview grid. Then re-export. Little more be here. The reason why I didn't see the FBX skeleton just now. It's because of Blender 4.5 problem. Blender 4.5 has a new import FBX interface. After it is imported, it will automatically convert the unit. Cause to scale 100 times. And our previous engine export settings. It doesn't matter. We've finished re-exporting. After FBX, select Import FBX. Pay attention to the selection here. The option to import FBX, not the option to import FBX for the first time. We click Import. At this time, I found that its skeleton was normal. What we have to do at this time is to give this skeleton animation to our body skeleton. We are here to dupsheet. Select Action Editor. Select the one we imported. The name of the action. After choosing here, we also need to set the name of the action of a child. After setting it here, only then will our skeleton animation be given to our bodies. In this way, our body animation and facial animation have. One thing to be said is, the settings here just now are some options that are available only because of the appearance of Blender 4.5. There is no in Blender 4.2, but it should be feasible to operate the way just now. Let's preview our body and facial animations here. At this time, we can use the camera and light to render the cycles. You can get the effect at the beginning of our video. The video ends here.